Viewer discretion is advised.
It's early morning on New Year's Eve 2017. 5 officers from the Douglas County Sheriff's Department
Sheriff's Office!
are responding to a 911 call
Sheriff's Office!
from the Copper Canyon Apartments in Highlands Ranch, Colorado.
I got it, son.
Waiting for them, 37-year-old Army veteran Matthew Reel.
Matthew, come out!
He has a history of mental health issues.
Matt, come out! Matt, come out of the room now.
And unknown to them, a loaded AR-15 rifle.
Open the door! Sheriff's Office!
My name's Taylor Davis. I just decided I wanted to do more for a community.
My name is Michael Doyle. I know I can't change the world, but I can at least change my corner of it.
Jeff Pelly. Just something I want to do since I was little. I haven't thought about doing anything else.
Dave Byer. I first got into law enforcement through the military police. I was 19 years old and thought it sounded like a good idea.
Their graveyard shift had started at 9 p.m. on December 30th. It was a quiet night.
I remember kind of looking forward to that night because, get in there, get it done.
I personally had plans for a New Year's Eve party. Let's just have a good shift, let's be safe. It was actually a pretty slow night too, up until about 3 a.m.
911, what's going on there? This guy in here totally freaked out on me. He kept coming at me. I appeared for my health and my safety, he was at me.
And what was your name?
Matthew.
There was a hazard hit on the home saying that Matthew Reel was a veteran with PTSD and possible access to weapons.
So your radar's a little up at this point?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
What's going on tonight?
Yeah, well, my roommate freaked out on me and came at me. I even put a laser in his face and I'm surprised he didn't go.
When I got on scene, Zach and our corporal who was on scene, they were actually talking to Matthew Reel. It was fairly calm at that point.
Why don't you come out here with this guy right here? Do you mind if I come in and talk with you, sir? Is he on anything? Does he have any mental disabilities or?
Not that I know of.
Did you guys get in a physical altercation tonight? No. Okay. I'm just going to get your name in, sir, and then I'm going to get out of here, okay? Hang on. Hang on.
Assault! Assault! Assault!
We're here because we want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah. No, I know.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
What's your first name again?
Matthew.
Matthew. Zach. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Zach immediately developed a decent rapport with him. Zach's approach to everything was very level-headed, very calm.
So how did it end for you guys?
We knew the roommate was going to work, and we knew Matthew Reel was going back upstairs to his room. Then we were just going to move on to the next call, and that was just it.
All right, we're out. Good night. Happy New Year!
And yet, 2 hours later, roughly, what happens?
We get another call back there. From what I understood from dispatch, Matthew Reel was extremely agitated on the phone.
Caller's not being cooperative.
He was irate, he was amped, and he was, nonsensical.
So when Zach and I arrived on scene, Zach knocks on the door. A conversation kind of ensues from inside the apartment with Matthew Reel.
Hey, Matt, it's Zach. Matt, it's
And he eventually opens the door, but before he does that, he says,
He said, I don't have any guns, I'm coming out.
Yes, we can talk out here.
And Zach was like, okay, open up the door, man. We just want to talk to you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, well.
The way Zach was talking to him, he wasn't talking as an authority figure at that point. He was just talking like somebody who wanted to truly help him out.
Well, I want to file a restraining order.
Well, what?
Can you help me?
Yeah, I can.
Eventually, we get to the point where he's like, well, I want a domestic restraining order. And Zach's like, okay, well, we can help you out with that. And then I don't know, something switched.
Did you not get that message?
He just slammed the door in our face.
Well, I don't think there's anyone else in there.
No. Where did it take him? Or M1?
The M1 hold is a mental health hold. Law enforcement is authorized to place somebody on a 72-hour mental health hold involuntarily if they exhibit behaviors where they may be a danger to themselves or others. When the officers had gotten on scene, he was throwing things off his balcony, he was yelling and screaming. We were concerned for his safety. And Zach had basically described his behavior as the most manic episode of PTSD that he had seen.
The team decides to remove Reel from his apartment for his own safety.
When we were coming up with our plan for going up into the apartment, Sarge said, "Does anyone have a shield?" And I said, "I have my shield." We kind of set up how we were going to approach the apartment with me being in the front with the shield. Zach was going to be behind me with his gun out for lethal coverage. Doyle was behind Zach with his taser out for less lethal, and then Sarge and Pelly were behind them, hands-free.
Then we actually go hands-on him, try to put him into custody.
Yep.
Yes.
The officers enter the apartment to find that Matthew Reel has barricaded himself in his bedroom. They don't know he's holding a loaded rifle.
He had not only just barricaded the door, but the entry hallway with large objects that were designed to hang us up.
Matthew, come out! Zach pretty much whispered to me, "Let's go ahead and kick the door because he's not coming out."
Sheriff's office!
This was never like anything I ever imagined.
Let's say probably a 30-round magazine that he dumped on us within a couple seconds.
I hear Zach say, "I'm shot, I'm bleeding out."
Hey, I'm going! Cover me! Shots fired! Cover me!
And so I look to my left and I see Zach's down. My first thought is, my friend's down, I need to go get him. So I started crawling, or I grab his, I believe it was his right boot, and I just pulled as hard as I could. I moved him probably 2-3 feet. That's when the next volley of rounds started coming out.
It was very apparent by this time that it was clearly an ambush.
And that's when I got shot. The bullet entered just over my vest, just under my armpit.
I saw the blood coming out of my sleeve, so I'm like, okay, I got shot. But then after that, my whole attention is on Jeff at that point.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Stay with me, Kelly. Out of there. Stay with me. Yeah.
So Sarge started administering aid to me. I was administering aid to Jeff.
Right on my back, right.
At that point, that's when I could tell I'm not good. Like my lungs collapsed, I was gargling blood.
Stay with me, Pelly. You're all right. You're okay.
We came under another barrage of gunfire.
Are you able to tighten it? Shooting out the window. Get it out of here. That's right. Pelly, over here.
Then you start thinking about Taylor because you're looking around and she's not there. The last I saw, she went further into the apartment.
Where's Davis? I'll see you. She's inside with them.
Because I knew she was in the apartment by herself, outgunned, and in strange territory.
When the shooting began, Deputy Davis was forced deeper inside the second-story apartment.
I ran into the roommate's room just looking for some kind of concealment, kind of preparing myself to get into a gun battle at this point. Once I was inside that bedroom, I saw a window. So I broke the window and then proceeded to jump out of it. I'm hit! I'm hit! Blue coming around!
What was it like for you guys to see her come around the corner?
Sarge shined his flashlight on Taylor and I could see the badge. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Still in there.
We have one deputy down inside the apartment. I'm not getting anything from him. All of us have been hit at least once.
Shots fired. Yeah. 3 officers hit, one's down with medical and SWAT on the way.
Parrish!
When we come back,
The moment when you realize Zach is inside and he's trapped, you felt really helpless.
ambushed, outgunned, and under attack.
I don't have a good feeling.
The desperate attempt